Imagine surviving one of the deadliest racial attacks in American history, watching your home burn, your neighborhood erased, and your story buried for nearly a century. This week, one of the last living witnesses of the Tulsa Race Massacre has passed away at the age of 111, and suddenly the world is talking again. Why now? What happened? And why is this moment so important for every American today? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is a story of survival, injustice, and a fight that still isn't over. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you want more deep dive stories that America should never forget. Today, we're uncovering the truth behind the Tulsa Race Massacre survivors and why their names are trending across the nation right now. Let's rewind to the year 1921. Greenwood, a neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma, was known as Black Wall Street, a thriving black community full of businesses, wealth, pride, and culture. But on May 31st and June 1st, everything changed. A white mob attacked the district, burning more than 1,000 homes, destroying businesses, and killing an estimated hundreds of black residents. For decades, America barely spoke about it. Records were buried, survivors were silenced, and the trauma passed through generations with little acknowledgement. Only a few children who lived through that night made it to old age. Among them was Viola Ford Fletcher, just 7 years old when she witnessed the flames and terror. For the last several years, she became one of the strongest voices demanding recognition and reparations. She testified before Congress, she wrote a memoir, she spoke at national events. She refused to let history stay hidden. Another survivor, Leslie Benningfield Randall, also shared her memories publicly. And before them, Hughes Van Ellis, who passed away in 2023, fought for justice until his last breath. These survivors weren't just witnesses. They were symbols of resilience. So why is this story all over social media right now? Why is it on the news? Why are people suddenly talking about Tulsa again? Here's what happened. 1. The passing of Viola Ford Fletcher. At 111 years old, she passed away this week. With her death, the nation lost one of its last living survivors. News outlets across America started revisiting the story, sparking a huge wave of interest and reflection. 2. The reparations movement. Groups in Tulsa and across the country are fighting for Project Greenwood, a proposed victim compensation fund aimed at restoring what was taken from black families. The death of a survivor has reignited these demands. 3. New political pressure. Tulsa's government is facing national scrutiny as activists push for transparency, historical preservation, and actual financial reparations. 4. A reminder that history lives on. Social media users, especially younger Americans, are sharing survivor interviews, documentaries, and old photos. People are realizing this isn't ancient history. Survivors were alive until now, and their stories still affect black communities today. The trending news isn't just about a person passing away. It's about the urgency of memory, the urgency of justice. When the last witnesses leave us, who will carry the story forward? America is at a turning point. Cities across the country are debating reparations, historical education, and economic equality. What's happening with Tulsa's survivors is part of a much bigger national conversation. The Tulsa Race Massacre isn't trending because of drama. It's trending because a piece of American history just slipped through our fingers. The last living survivors, the people who saw it with their own eyes, are leaving us. And now, more than ever, we have to keep their stories alive. If you learned something new today, take a second to like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe for more deep dive stories just like this. And let me ask you, do you believe Tulsa should offer full reparations to the survivors and their descendants? Let me know in the comments. I'll be reading each one. Thanks for watching. Remember, history only disappears when we stop telling it.